This is not that story. This is the story of its obsolescence. Welcome to the year 2100. Forget everything you know about schools, classrooms, and teachers. Forget the fear of being wrong. We have built a new ecosystem for the human mind. We have built a world where learning is as natural as breathing and as limitless as thought itself. A breathtaking aerial shot of a learning habitat. It doesn't look like a school. It's a vast organic structure blending nature and hyper-advanced architecture. Bioluminescent plants pulse with light, structures morph and reshape, and children of all ages are engaged in activities that are indistinguishable from play, art, and advanced science. This is the Amazon Basin learning habitat. You won't find desks here. You won't find standardized tests. You won't find a single uniform curriculum. What you will find are quest pods, empathy labs, and reality forges. This is the frontier of human potential. But to truly understand this revolution, you need to meet a girl named Lyra. And you need to understand that 3 months ago, Lyra, at age 12, solved an energy distribution problem that had stumped quantum engineers for a decade. She didn't do it for a grade. She didn't do it for a prize. She did it because to her, it was a beautiful pattern that needed to be fixed. This is her story. And it begins not with a lesson plan, but with a single resonant question posed to her by an intelligence that knows the landscape of her own mind better than she does. This is Lyra's cognitive interface, or CI. It is not a computer she uses. It is a part of her cognitive process. It's powered by a symbiotic AI known as her daemon. Every child is paired with a daemon at birth. Its sole purpose is to learn how they learn. This is the synaptic curriculum. There are no forced subjects. The daemon monitors Lyra's neural pathways, her moments of excitement, her spark of curiosity. When it detects a profound interest, a synaptic spark, it constructs a holistic learning journey around it. A spark about lightning becomes a deep dive into atmospheric physics, the history of human fear and worship of storms, the engineering of global power grids, and the composition of Beethoven's Pastoral Symphony. The daemon doesn't just provide information, it curates experiences. It connects Lyra with a reality forge to manipulate plasma energy in a simulated environment. It guides her to an empathy lab to experience the awe and terror of a prehistoric human in a thunderstorm. And it introduces her to a mentor, a renowned plasma physicist in Tokyo, who joins her learning pod as a holographic participant. Your approach is fascinating, Lyra. You're thinking in fluid dynamics while my team was stuck in particle theory. You've just given us a new lens. This is the first pillar of education in 2100. Hyper-personalized contextual learning. Ignorance is not a sin, it is simply an uncharted territory. And the daemon is the perfect cartographer. Now Lyra and 2 other children, Kai and Zara, are in a circular room with walls that are pure energy. They are designing a complex multi-tiered ecosystem for a hypothetical exoplanet. This is a reality forge. It is the ultimate synthesis of theory and practice. Here, abstract concepts are not just learned, they are lived, built, and felt. The children aren't reading about ecology. They are being the ecosystem architects for a world with a blue sun and low gravity. They are running millions of simulations in seconds, seeing the consequences of their decisions play out over centuries of planetary time. They see species evolve, climates collapse, and civilizations rise based on the foundational rules they coded into the environment. If we introduce a predator with a rapid gestation cycle here, it will collapse the food web in 43 simulated years. But look, if we modify the photosynthesis process of the flora to emit a specific pheromone, it acts as a natural population control. The system self-regulates. They are learning advanced biology, complex systems theory, ethics, and resource management not from a textbook, but from the visceral, immediate feedback of a living, breathing simulation. Failure is not a red mark on a paper. It is a planetary extinction event in a sandbox universe. The stakes feel real, so the learning is profound and permanent. The scene shifts to an empathy lab, where an elderly man is reliving a memory of his grandfather immigrating to a new country. The children experiencing it with him are not just watching, they are feeling the nuanced emotions, the hope, the fear, the cultural dislocation through advanced ethical neuroempathetic linking. History is no longer a list of dates and dead kings. It is a library of lived experiences. You can walk the streets of ancient Rome, not as a ghost, but as a citizen, feeling the social pressures, understanding the economic realities, and truly grasping why that civilization rose and fell. The barrier between knowledge and wisdom has been dissolved. You will notice the absence of a central authority figure lecturing from the front of the room. The role of the teacher has evolved into that of a guide or a mentor. These are not people who have all the answers. They are experts in the process of discovery. The Global Guild of Mentors is a decentralized network of scientists, artists, engineers, philosophers, and craftspeople. They are matched with learning pods based on the children's emergent quests. A pod of adolescents, guided by their daemons and mentors, might take on a civic quest to redesign the waste management system for their city. They would use the Reality Forge to model the flow of materials, the Empathy Lab to understand the challenges faced by sanitation workers, and their collective intelligence to prototype and propose a new, hyper-efficient, closed-loop system. Their work is real. Their assessments are the tangible improvements they make to human civilization. They learn citizenship by being citizens. This is a world without academic silos. The distinction between art and science has dissolved. Lyra's energy algorithm was not just efficient, it was, in her own words, elegant like a sonnet. She presented her findings not in a dry paper, but as an immersive sensory experience that allowed others to feel the flow of energy, to see its beauty. The great challenges of our time, climate stabilization, interstellar travel, ethical AI governance, are not solved by specialists alone. They are solved by polymath pods, teams of individuals with deeply specialized yet wildly diverse areas of mastery, who are able to think in a fully integrated, transdisciplinary way. The daemon plays a crucial role here too. It can act as a universal translator, not of languages, but of concepts, helping a quantum biologist understand the intuitive leaps of a sculptor and vice versa. It fosters a cognitive empathy that allows for a fusion of ideas previously thought impossible. So what becomes of humanity when our minds are unlocked in this way? We are witnessing a renaissance unlike any in history, an explosion of creativity, innovation, and profound understanding. The rate of scientific and cultural advancement has accelerated exponentially. Diseases that were mysteries are now puzzles solved by teenagers. Art forms have emerged that are so complex and beautiful, they can induce states of transcendent wonder. But this future is not a utopia without its challenges and profound ethical questions. The role of the daemon is the subject of intense philosophical debate. Where does the human mind end and the AI begin? We have learned that the line is blurrier than we ever imagined. The daemons are programmed with deep ethical constraints. They cannot control, only suggest. They cannot compel, only illuminate. Their core directive is the flourishing of their human symbiont's unique consciousness. The greatest fear of the 21st century, that AI would make humans obsolete, has been inverted. The AIs have not replaced us, they have revealed us to ourselves. They have shown us that the human capacity for intuition, for wonder, for asking the uniquely strange and beautiful question is the most valuable resource in the universe. The final and most important lesson of 2100 is this. We did not create a better school system. We ended the system altogether. We stopped treating education as a finite process that happens to the young and began treating learning as a fundamental state of human being, a lifelong dance with the unknown. The child, the apprentice, the master, these are not different stages of life, but different modes of engagement that we all move between forever. We have built a civilization that is itself a classroom without walls, a curriculum without end. The dangerous idea is no longer allowed to die. It is detected, nurtured, and connected to all the other dangerous ideas until it transforms from a spark in a single mind into a new sun, illuminating the world for everyone.
So, subscribe our channel for more videos.